Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we have an FA Cup first round tie and then League One duty again beckons. The good news is we're at home for both games. Hello, and it's a very warm welcome to episode 89 of From the Bottom to the Top, as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way up to the top. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games. First up, an FA Cup first round tie against Chesterfield, and then we play Stockport County in matchday 15 of the League One. Both games at the Bob Lucas, which is good news. And following a very tough 2 away games in the last episode. If you've not seen it yet, go and have a look at it. But just to bring you up to date, of course, we lost 4-2 to Birmingham and then a 2-2 draw against Derby County. That loss against Birmingham, the first loss in the league since we lost on the opening day of the season against Salford. A 3-1 loss on that occasion, but we did put it to rights. We should have beaten Derby, really, but just managed to squeeze us out for the second draw this season against them. Let's hope that we can beat them in the third game of the season when we bring them back to the Bob Lucas. More about that if you follow the series on a little bit further. But today, as I said, we have this game against Chesterfield. We have a little bit of a track record against, and then a game against Stockport County, who don't think we've played before. We have played them before, twice before, both in friendlies. Friendly in back-to-back friendlies. In that, I know, I'm sure what we were going on there. A week apart, but we played them both. And I really don't know. 2-1 on both occasions. Mika Peters and Cam Cooper. And in the other game, it was Nzingo and Burke, the scorers. Marshall Burke. Whatever happened to Marshall Burke? There he is. He's at Salford now, 23 years old, and that's where he is. So there we go. That's I thought we hadn't played them before. There, it just goes to show. So Chesterfield is up for the first game in the first round of the FA Cup. Got knocked out first round last year by Harrogate Town. We don't want to do the same thing again if we can help it. Chesterfield, of course, in League One as well. As far as I'm aware, is that right? Yeah, League One as well. I don't think we've played them yet this season. We've got them coming up away from home mid-November, and then we play them at home in December. So games in quick succession against Chesterfield. We'll get to know them reasonably well. Don't forget, if you enjoyed today's episode, though, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment, let me know what you want to see. Do you want to see more shirt videos? Do you want to see more tutorials or whatever it is, especially when we go into FM25, and we'll see what's then. Right, let's get into it. Let's get on with it. I don't think there's a great deal other news to tell you. With the medical centres clear as it stands at the moment, no more incomings or outgoings and all the rest of it. Just a recap on the table, though, before we go any further. We are top on 32. Oxford are second on 31. Nothing's happened since you were last with us by the way of games. Chesterfield, our first opponents of today's episode, are on the bottom at the moment. They're in a bit of a rugged run of form, to be fair. They've lost 2, drawn 3 of their last 5. Of course, means diddly squat when it comes to the FA Cup. And diddly squat, as we know, football has a way of doing it, whatever. You know, it tends to do all strange things. So just because they're bottom doesn't mean a darn thing. Stockport County, our second opponents of the episode, they're in 11th place. They've lost 3 of their last 5. Won 1 and drawn 1, so they're in a bit of a torrid run of form as well. Let's hope we can make the most of those particular types of of form. They are without Josh Earl, who is suspended. We have a full team to select from. So why don't we go and have a look at the team that will face Chesterfield in the first round of the FA Cup? Can we go further than we did last year? I hope so. And here is the team that faces Chesterfield in this Emirates FA Cup first round tie. Virginia continues in goal. Olsen, Armitage and G are defensive line. Candlish and Johnson are the wide players with Angamang and Lopenda between them. Whittingham starts on the left, Darcy on the right. Wakachu makes his second appearance coming back from injury. He's got about 75 minutes in him, so he is building up match fitness, and you can see he's not overfit. But that's how they line up today. Campbell, Grante, Holman, Byron, Grady, Macken, and Nzingo, Patterson, Jefferson and Cooper make the bench. Here we are back at the Bob Lucas for the famous FA Cup. 1-3, lost 1, drawn 1 of the last 5. Chesterfield playing in orange today. Have lost 2, drawn 3 of their last 5. They're playing 2 up front today, playing a 4-4-2. Six minutes on the clock. Johnson to Lopenda. G comes forward. Darcy finds Aguiman. Canlish crosses this. And, it's gone wide. It's gone for a corner. Quite sure what happened there, but we may find out in due course. Carl Johnson with the corner. It's going to be an in-swinger. This one to the back post, but it's headed well over the top. We'll see the initial run again. Candlish gets into the area. That ball crossed in. Wakachu, I think, maybe got a shot away, but was on the back of Nightingale. And then it's fallen. It's headed down by Darcy, and the goalkeeper's managed to get a hand to it and push it wide. Candlish with a throw in. 9 minutes on the clock, rather. Angamang. Darcy scores his 8th goal of the season, and we take a lead after 10 minutes, I think. Well worked. Candlish to Aguiman. Candlish hits it back in. Darcy's there at the back post, and they have a free kick now. Nightingale out to right. Dickinson Peters. I think he's going to go direct. He is, and he scores. I could see it. Virginia didn't, obviously. And they get back level on 20 minutes. We have the lead for about 10. Half-time comes. It's all square at half-time. And shouldn't have been, really. Dickinson Peters getting the equaliser on 20 minutes. 11 minutes after we took the lead through Darcy. We've had 10 shots, 3 on target. Not enough on target. 1.54 and 53% of the possession. They've had 2 shots, 2 on target. 0.13 and 47% of the possession. We need to convert more of the shots into on targets and score with them. First highlight of the second half, McKirk with a corner, 46 minutes on the clock, swung in, it scored. And Monlouis gives them the lead for the first time on 47 minutes. And we've got to come back from behind if we're going to win this. Monlouis was given a free header. 52 on clock. Candlish with that throw in. Back to Candlish. Agamang. Lopenda to Johnson. Johnson finds G. Johnson. He's coming backwards. Agamang over the top. Darcy's in the area. Wakachu. He's scored. He's equalised. 7th goal of the season for Wakachu. And on 83 minutes, we are level. Well, Agamang chipped that over the top for Darcy. Didn't get there. The defender got there, but put it right into danger area. And I I complain about our side doing things like that, but it was right on a plate for Wakachoo. And with 61 minutes on the clock, we're making two changes at this point in time. Carl Johnson, who is very, very tired. He's had a good game, though. He's off. Holman comes on for him. And the other change that we've made is we've taken off Matt Whittingham, not having such a good day on that left side. But Patterson comes on for him. Virginia on 62. 62. And that's a poor ball from Armitage. And Ford is in. Oh, no. Good save by Virginia. Goes for a corner, but we know what they can do from corners. So we have to be careful here. King to take it from that side. It's going to be an outswinger. This one swung in, headed away. And with 71 minutes on the clock and legs getting tired out there, we're having to pitch in. This is going to a replay if it stays as it is. We have taken off Ronan Darcy, brought on Glory Nzingo on the right, and we've also taken off Wakachoo, who's done 71 minutes, and we've brought on Daniel Jefferson as we go in search of a winning goal. Ball out, and Holman didn't get there, and they are on the attack. It's been won back by Armitage, but then lost again. Dobra, goalkeeper saves it. Candlish flicks it away, but it's still not clear. And the ball has gone out by Patterson for a corner. Patterson stuck his leg out, blocked the shot. It'll be King on that side. Don't fancy chasing and getting another goal. We've not dealt with that. Ford. Oh, it's blocked again. Oh, dearie me. And for our final change, Garante is on for Billy G at the back there. And, well, we need to see this game out, but we also need to try and get that winning goal if we can. And there's going to be a replay. We've drawn with them 2-2. Managed to pull it back round. Took the lead after 9 minutes. Dickinson Peters with a free kick on 20. Wakachoo got us level after Monolui. Put them in front after 47. We've had 13 shots, only 4 on target. I say only 4, 2.44 on the XG, 53% of the possession. They've had 11 shots, 7 on target, 1.08 and 47% of the possession. We are in the draw for the second round. Well, that replay will be on the 15th of November and virtually back-to-back games against Chesterfield. We'll see how that prevails as we get a bit closer to it. But unfortunately, it means another midweek game. And a lot of those coming at the moment, thick and fast. It's Saturday, midweek, all the way through to the end of November. No respite. And we are struggling with fitness, to be sure. So that's the second 2-2 draw in 2 games. Not 1 in 3 now. Which we need to put right against Stockport County if we can. But there will be a draw for the second round of the FA Cup before that. I think it's coming up in a day or so's time. We'll come back for that draw. And here we are. We've come back for the draw for the second round of the Emirates FA Cup. 54 teams will go into the hat for 20 matches to be drawn with teams Ipswich, Derby and Weston-super-Mare in the mix. Let's go and have the draw. Here we are for the draw for the FA Cup second round. We are in the draw only by the fact that we've drawn with Chesterfield. Need to beat them in order to play whoever we are going to get drawn against. We'll see. Oxford United are out. They will play Bradford City. Gillingham will play Bolton or Burton Albion. Aldershot Town or Macclesfield will play Ipswich Town. Chorley or Scunthorpe will play Newport County or Wimbledon. Of course, the outcomes of these means that they get a chance to play the big boys in the third round. Barnet or Hartlepool will play Cheltenham or Eastbourne Borough. Exeter City will play Blackpool. Barrow will play Accrington Stanley. Crewe or Colchester will play Wigan Athletic. Weymouth or Chesterfield. We are out. We are at home again if we can get past Chesterfield, and we will play Sheffield Wednesday. Right, I will make the draw for the rest of the games. Peterborough, Bath, Bristol Rovers, Cambridge, the last out. And here is the draw, the full draw for you. We are facing Sheffield Wednesday if we can get past Chesterfield. So that's the draw. And I don't think it will show us the second round as yet because of the first round replay. We can have a look in the schedule. FA Cup second round draw. Let's go forward. FA Cup second round is on the 25th. We're playing on the 15th, I think. Yeah. And then the third round draw on the 27th. So there we go. Just 2 days down to the game against Stockport. We'll be back just ahead of that with any news. Well, some games were played on Tuesday, and Shrewsbury beating Chesterfield by a goal to nil. We couldn't do it. Exeter beating Leighton Orient 3-1. Charlton beating Notts County by a goal to nil. Derby beating Rotherham 3-2. Walsall beating Salford 2-1. And Wigan drawing 1-1 with Burton Albion leaves the top of the table looking like this. Salford have played 2 games more than us and are still 2 points behind us. 3 points behind us, which means good news. We've played a game less than Charlton and Notts County now as well. So an opportunity to open a gap at the top of the table. And Oxford also playing today as well. They're at home to Carlisle. Let's see how the day's results go then as we face Stockport County. As I said, we've played them twice before. Callum Lang is suspended. We have a full team to pick from. And here is the side that faces Stockport in this League One match day 15. Virginia in goal, Armitage, Olsen and G. Defensive line, Linton and Johnson, the wide complete wing backs. Byron and O'Grady Macken in between them. Patterson, Darcy, the wide players with Wakachu up front. And then we have on the bench Campbell, Ransom, Candlish, Whittingham, Lorpenda, Ninzingo and Jebison. And here we are back at the Bob Lucas. Going to play slightly different formation. Going to play attacking centre midfield just to start today. Stockport County playing a 4-4-2 and just wondering how we're going to get round them. Winkshaw is their manager. Stockport 14th on 21 points. We are top on 32. And I'd like to finish the episode on top as well. And they have a corner. First highlight of the game. Derry, it's gone over the top, thankfully. Swung in, and it was 35 on the clock. Johnson with a corner. It swung in. Armitage puts it away. And, well, in fact, it was an own goal off of Simu. And we've dropped down a second. Oxford United must be in a slightly better position. I think we'd probably go back top. Oh, yeah, it took a double deflection. Darcy. Macken. G runs out of space. He's inside to Byron, who's made himself available. Grady Macken. Wakachu. Drove that ball for his 8th goal of the season, and we take a 2-goal lead after 42 minutes. And that's what we want to see. Cracking goal. Byron, O'Grady Macken, Wakachu, and it took a little bit of a deflection as well. They have a corner. Stewart with a corner. Oh, very deep one, this one. He's sort of not headed away. Power. And it's gone in. Rice, he's 7th of the season, and they pull one back before half-time. How Virginia is remonstrating. Maybe it's time for Campbell to have a go in goal, maybe. But the defence, again, just not putting it on. That took a deflection also off of Armitage. Half-time comes. And, well, it's even Stevens pretty much at half-time. We just got slightly better on the XG, slightly better on the possession. It's 2-1. Huggins with a throw-in. And they are through. Oh, tripped. But we've got away with it. And Grady Macken to Virginia. Armitage to Linton to Byron. Patterson, we've gone back to our usual formation now. Just see if we can get through to them. Oh, that's a poor ball by Patterson. Given away. Back to Smith. Power pumps that one. But Armitage is underneath it. Byron to O'Grady. Macken. Darcy. Oh! We have a corner. Johnson with the corner. Swung in. Ooh, it's bobbling around there and it's defended well. And they come away with the ball. Goalkeeper saves it. Olsen takes a second shot and it's not gone in. And with 65 on the clock, we're replacing Will Armitage, who's tired and got a yellow card. We replaced him with Harry Ransom. Yeah, Virginia out to Johnson. Johnson into Grady Macken. Darcy almost up a blind alley there. Johnson. G. Can we get something from this? I'd like to see an attack that produces something. Byron's given the ball away. No is the answer. And if they... Oh, they can equalise here, aren't they? Huggins. Yeah, enough. And it was all down to a mistake given away. And Huggins beating Virginia. I'm going to take him out of goal as well. And we get back underway with a highlight straight away. Wakachoo. Can we get back on in front straight away? I don't know. Olsen comes forward. Johnson finds Darcy. Darcy's into the area. Darcy. Oh, it's come back off the woodwork. And it's been saved. It's gone for a corner. Do or die stuff here. Johnson. It's cleared. Wakachoo. Back out to Johnson. Johnson crosses it, but the goalkeeper's there. And are we about to get our third 2-2 draw in a row? It's feeling awfully like it. And with 73 minutes on the clock, we're making a couple more changes. We have taken off Ronan Darcy and brought on Nzingo. And we've also taken off Jordan Byron and brought on Lependa, which means that as it stands, we're looking for this win. Patterson, 84 on the clock. Patterson swings this one in. Grady Macken picks the ball up. He's gone lurking forward. Has he got any support there? He's crossed it in, but straight in the arms of Smith again. Highlight is going to continue by the looks of it. Smith punts this ball forward. Linton brings it down. Patterson chested that down nicely. Linton now. Come on, Linton. He's thwarted. Lependa. Ransom. Oh, just over the top. And with 86 minutes on the clock, our final change. We have brought on Candlish in place of Travis Patterson. And we've moved Linton forward as we go hunting for this winning goal. Slater with a throw into Huggins. It's crossed deep. And Virginia collects. I think we've had a ghost goal, boys and girls. Because the scoreline, I just noticed, has gone 3-2. I hadn't noticed it at all. So we might have to have a look at the goal that we missed afterwards. Quite sure how that happened. Yeah, Virginia been put under pressure. He's punted that one forward and it's headed on. Grady Macken through to Linton. Linton, all he's got to do is cross this ball in or get pulled down, one of the two. Grady Macken, and it's punted away. Johnson tidies up. Lorpenda gone out wide again. Canlish into the area. It's headed out, but Smith collects. And there are no more highlights. We've seen the goal, seen it through, and we've beaten them 3-2, 2-1 at half-time. For a long while, it looked like it was going to be 2-2. But Neil Huggins getting that goal on 72. Darcy apparently scored on 74. I'm sure we didn't see it earlier. Let's have a look. Linton back to Byron. Byron to Grady Macken. Through to Darcy. We didn't see it. Darcy putting it away. 3-2. If we did, I do apologise. But I don't remember it. Grady Macken picking up player of the match. 6 key passes. Mind you, Carl Johnson didn't do bad either. 6 passes. And he only got a 6.5. How does that work? 6 key passes, 3 clear-cut chances created for Johnson. O'Grady had 6 key passes, 2 clear-cut chances and 2 assists to give us that 3-2 win. Hopefully to open up that gap at the top of the table. We had 22 shots, 9 on target, 3.02 and 58% of the possession. They had 8 shots, 4 on target and 42% of the possession. Let's go and have a look and see what the day's results have brought. Well, before we have a look at the scores and the table, in other news, Will Armitage has basically got a 1-match ban, having got 5 yellow cards. So he will be missing from the next game. And hopefully that won't burden us too much. Let's go and have a look at the day's results then. And here they are. Birmingham beating Ipswich by 1-0. Oxford beating Carlisle by 2-0. Peterborough 3, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Reading 3, Lincoln 3. Our 3-2 win with a ghost goal. Still not been wiped out, obviously, against Stockport County, and Wycombe beating Mansfield by 1-0. Leads the table looking like this as we go into the end of episode. We are top on 35, a point clear of Oxford United in second on 34. Birmingham are third on 30 points. They've been climbing the table quite worryingly, really. 5 points adrift of us, though, at the top. Salford are down to fourth on 29. Also on 29 points along with them are Charlton and Notts County. Notts County falling away a little bit. Reading just outside the playoff places with Walsall on 26, but they're just ahead of Walsall on goal difference. Sheffield Wednesday are 9th and at the bottom end of the table. Ipswich are 21st on 11 points, along with Rotherham and Burton Albion, both on goal difference, just slightly worse goals difference, and they are in 22nd and 23rd. Chesterfield bottom on 10 points. Leyton Orient are 20th on 12 points, a 3-point gap then up to Carlisle. Wycombe now looking a little bit more safer, 6 points clear of Ipswich in that drop zone. So it's starting to gather some momentum as we head towards the halfway stage of the season. And, we finished the episode on top, which is good. We're going to play Carlisle offline. They are currently 19th in the table. Then we're going to face Barnet when we come back for the final game in the EFL Trophy Southern Section Group E. We'll see. We need a win at least to stand any chance of getting through to the knockout stages. And then we'll face Charlton, who are currently 5th in the table. Another tough match, this time at the Valley. And then we'll be coming back for the FA Cup first round replay and Notts County in the episode after that. I hope you can join me for all of those episodes. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Bottom to the Top and our other series Go in Dutch as they are released. New episodes of Bottom to the Top are released every Tuesday and Friday, 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on this channel is follow me on X at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode as we play Barnet and Charlton in the EFL Trophy Southern Section and League One. Join me for that on Tuesday. Until then, have yourselves a great weekend. Bye-bye.